If you have ever played S.T.A.L.K.E.R before and are watching this video, you are probably familiar with this situation. You've joined the loners and fought the bandits all the way back to their base, but you're not getting reinforcements, no matter how long you wait. And as soon as you leave, the bandits spawn right back in. I'm S.T.A.L.K.E.R and I'm gonna show you 3 methods of getting the loners to occupy the bandit base at the depot, preventing them from respawning. Method 1. The obvious but not so obvious. For the first method, we are getting our reinforcements from squads originating in the cordon. Getting this to work requires 2 things: timing and clearing a path. To time it right, you have to wait with joining the loners till they have independently taken the checkpoints at the garbage and posted multiple squads there at those points. The easiest moment to do this is before helping out Freedom and Duty during the main missions, but as I'm going to demonstrate, it can also be done later down the line. Once you've joined the loners, it's important to clear out any hostile or neutral squads from their projected path, even if that means collateral damage to Freedom or Duty. Once the objective to take the depot is announced, one of the squads at the receiving outpost will start to travel north along the road. They will then swing by the north of the depot in order to reach the entrance. Squads at the hideout behind the pipes will also need to be cleared out. If the road is cleared for them, they will head straight for the depot, which I will now demonstrate.
Wow, this story is fun. I'm listening.
We managed to secure the garbage. I repeat, the road to the garbage is clear, and you will no longer have to pay to get in. All that's left is to make a move for their lair and show them who's boss.
The first time I had a cordon squad occupy the depot, till they got wiped out by mutants, was purely incidental. I could not figure out why or how it happened, and because I could never replicate it, I even figured it happened through some glitch. It was only earlier this year when I got it to happen again, and fortunately, I had made a hard save exactly before it happened, which I loaded up for this video. From there I could figure out the required conditions for this method and test them. The reason you also have to take out neutral squads on the projected path is that squads travel from checkpoint to checkpoint. If a point is occupied by a neutral squad, it will actually block the advance of the loners. For some reason, squads from different factions can't pass by each other at a single checkpoint. With this method, it's paramount you clear out all potential opposition, because after the objective to capture the depot is activated, you can't count on many more squads coming from the cordon. Spawn priority shifts to a spawn point in S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Squads will spawn there till the squad cap is reached, and the cordon will receive nothing, but I'll elaborate on that later. Here you could see bandits making a move on the duty squad around the corner. By shooting them, you can trigger them to start attacking early, which in this case prevented them from getting in closer before initiating combat. Once you clear the hideout behind the pipes, you need to be aware that a herd of mutants may try to move in as they do here. Attacking the depot early might blindside you to these critters, wreaking havoc on advancing squads.
He came, he saw, he sucked major cock!
Уроем нахрен! A million thanks. Next time you're in our neck of the woods, drop by our base for a reward.
Stalkers over bandits. No more backhanders and payments for passage. Stalkers, I salute you.
A big pro of this method is that it's clean. There is barely any squads of loners at points other than the roads to the cordon, the flea market, or the depot itself. This leaves the garbage open and unobstructed for duty and freedom. Another pro is that it can be done without collateral damage. It's only at later stages of the game that this method runs into neutral squads that need to be cleared out. The biggest downside of this method is the low number of squads posted at the depot, just 1 or 2. Even though mutant attacks on the depot are rare, they can happen, and a single attack can be enough if you only have a squad of 2 rookies, which is what happened the first time I had the bandit base occupied.
If you got something to say it.
Method 2. Revenge of the Flea Market. If the flea market at the garbage is left unoccupied after the original inhabitants are cleared out, you'll soon find that new squads of loners spawn in to carry on like nothing happened. If you then join the loners and the objective to take the depot is activated, you'll see the inhabitants leave the flea market and make a move on the depot. It's best to turn the flea market into this new spawn point before joining the loners, because results may vary if you do so after. I also strongly recommend doing this before helping freedom and duty to minimize collateral damage and reduce the chance of the flea market getting occupied by said factions. Like with the previous method, hostile and neutral squads need to be cleared from the projected path the reinforcements are going to take.
Wow, this story's fun. Come on, spill the beans. You got something? I'm all...
In previous test runs, the Freedom Squad in the swamps over there made a move on the flea market after the first wave of loners left. To keep this spawn point working, I had to clear them out preemptively.
Keep it up! We managed to secure the garbage.
No, not again.
The road to the garbage is clear, and you will no longer have to pay to get in. All that's left is to make a move for their lair and show them who's boss. That's it. There's no use hiding anymore.
Here's your birthday present.
It was only last year I discovered this method. It happened when I joined the bandits, for which clearing out the flea market is required. But after I finished that war, and I got my rewards for clearing the neutral base at the cordon, I switched sides. After joining the loners, I cleared out the bandits. Imagine my surprise when I saw the loners not only started spawning at the flea market, but also them marching straight onto the depot to give the bandits a piece of their minds.
Thanks. Next time you're in our neck of the woods, drop by our base for a reward.
Stalkers over bandits. No more back tenders and payments for passage. Stalkers, I salute you.
So I ran back to make sure the squad encountering the bandits wasn't running into too much trouble. But as you could see, that loner was just using it as an opportunity for some vintage target practice. A big upside of this method is that the depot is likely to become occupied by 4 squads of loners. This makes mutant attacks a complete non-issue, and that looks awesome. Another upside is that the spawn point is right next to the depot. The stream of squads will quickly eliminate all bandit opposition even without your help. An obvious downside to this method is the amount of collateral damage, including loners and even named characters. Another downside is that turning the flea market into a spawn point interferes with the war between duty and freedom. Duty squads seem to have trouble reaching the northern road to the Dark Valley when this happens. Though this can be fixed with a tedious workaround, it's best to avoid this method if you intend to join duty afterwards.
Wake up and smell the coffee.
As you probably know and regret, you can't sell weapons and ammo to regular stalkers for them to use. However, if you sell a nice weapon with ammo to a flea market trader, they will carry it until their inventory resets, unless they leave to attack the depot. In that case, they will still use the weapon you sold them. This is how you can, for example, end up with a loner carrying an SVD Dragunov up in the catwalks of the depot.
Ни о чем думать не хотят, кроме бабок. Пока кишки по веткам не разбросает. Come on, speak up already.
Even though you can't sell them machine guns, you can still sell them the ammo and drop the machine gun in front of them so they can pick it up for the same effect. If you want things to get really wild, however, you can sell them a Bulldog 6 with grenades and buy other ammo so they can reload other weapons. If this guy then attacks the depot, you're sure to have a blast. Method 3. The Yantar Shuffle. Once the objective to take the depot activates, loner squads all but stop spawning in the cordon. Instead you'll see new squads spawning in Yantar, and them moving south to loiter in Agroprom. However, when given the chance, these squads will make their way to the garbage and attack the depot. To do this, you first need to clear the road to the garbage from duty squads. Once this is done, the squads of loners will move up.
Hey, Stalker! We need your help against the zone spawns!
Everyone, be at the ready.
say we work together on this. You in? That's it! It's no use hiding anymore!
I recommend waiting till all squads have settled into their new positions, to reduce the chance of duty squads cutting in when everyone starts moving again. The next step is to accept the mission from one of the loner squads at the road to the garbage to take the barricades checkpoint. Once the barricades have been cleared, one squad will occupy it, while the other squads will start marching on the depot. You can wait for them to see a nice firefight go down at the bandit base, or you can clear out the bandits before they get there to minimize friendly casualties. It's always a good idea to clear out the hideout behind the pipes. When loners attack this point, if they even try, they turn the corner by the train and immediately end up in shotgun range of two bandit squads, which usually doesn't end well for them.
What happened? Report! This is base. Respond immediately. Squad, what's up with you?
Oh man, you really
need
bailed
any
us out
help?
there. Swing by the base sometime for a reward.
While we wait for the loners to arrive, I can say this was the first method I discovered I could repeat. I don't quite recall why I did what I was doing at the time, but I'm reasonably certain duty was not amused. The biggest upside of this method is that it's broadly applicable. It can be used where other methods would be more difficult to pull off. Another upside is that usually, like with the flea market method, 4 squads of loners end up occupying the depot, making it more resilient to mutant attacks. An obvious downside is the collateral damage to duty, especially considering the fact that it can be difficult to increase your reputation with them. Another downside is the interference in the war between duty and freedom, though this is fully reversible by clearing out the loners from the checkpoints between the garbage and Agroprom.
A million thanks. Next time you're in our neck of the woods, drop by our base for a reward.
Stalkers over there. Where are you? We're waiting. No more all positions are ready. Waiting on your command. Stalkers, I salute you.
Now, if you manage to get the depot occupied and eliminate all other bandits in the area, the only hostiles left in the garbage will be mutants. You can also complete the missions from Orest, the stalker leader in Agroprom, to eliminate the bandit spawn points in the tunnel and next to the marshes. This way, bandits will have no way to spawn anywhere anymore. If you also clear out the bandits in Agroprom underground and look at your PDA, you'll see a faction with 0 resources, 0 squads, and thus a faction strength of 0. Ending up beneath even the lowly renegades. I want to give a big shout out to everyone who made it to the end of this video. It's a bit of a watch, but I hope you found it informative. If you managed to replicate the results of the methods demonstrated in this video and want to share them, or would like some more pointers, feel free to drop by the S.T.A.L.K.E.R official community Discord server. You can usually find me and other enthusiastic stalkers there. But for now, thank you for watching and good hunting, Stalker.